All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to episode 19 of our Hard Times Hog Farm gameplay series. I'm the Ultra Farmer. I'm sitting in the tractor right now because it is raining and we still got a bunch of work to do. It is March here at the Hard Times Hog Farm, which means we got some corn to plant. If you're with us from last episode, we harvested a bunch of corn. We got to get through the season and we got to get into the fall where we're going to be harvesting our wheat and our canola as well. I'm just going to go up to the store right now to buy a new planter, or to pick up a new planter rather, and then we're going to get into some corn planting. So let's get right into it. Let's get into episode 19. All right, I'm just pulling out of the store here with our new planter. I decided to get us this big planter. The only reason I got rid of the other one is, well, one, this one's much bigger, so it's going to get the fields planted a lot quicker for us. And obviously the seed capacity, fertilizer, all that stuff is bigger. We've got a large tractor now, so we're able to pull it, sort of. Good God. Sliding all over the place. It's raining pretty bad out here. Now we're gonna plant. We're gonna plant in this weather just because we have to. It is supposed to rain all day. I've been waiting. It's it's already 3 o'clock, just about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It is supposed to rain all day into the night, but we got to get this corn in the ground. So we just got to make it happen. I was hoping this weather would let off. It did not. Another tornado has come through the farm. I can't believe it. It didn't damage any fields, but there's a bunch of trees that are completely destroyed on the south side of our farm. I'll kind of show you when we go down there to plant that south cornfield. But yeah, it was crazy. Another tornado has popped through, which again was wild. Canola fields are looking good though, and the wheat fields are looking good too. There's a little bit of crop destruction or just weather damage onto the field from storm damage rather on the wheat field. So it's not too bad, not as bad as it was, but yeah, another tornado. I can't really. Whoa! Running into everything. Might have to put some. I might have to put some wheel weights on this tractor. Let's go pull into the shop over here real quick and just see if I can do that. Okay, you see the trees? Luckily, our house was not harmed, but the pigs, the pigs weren't. Were probably a little bit scared, but they seem to all be good to go. But yeah, it tore through right there. You see all that? Unbelievable. It's getting dangerous to live here. All right, let's jump. Let's jump in here and see what other customization I can do to this wheel setup. Okay, yeah, wheel weights. Can I do wide tires and wheel weights? Reverse turn. What's sky view? Oh, fancy. Yeah, I don't think we need that. Interior. Oh, black it right out. Oh, we can change the color. Yeah, we don't really need any of that. Engine. That's the biggest engine that we can put in it. Let's just customize some wheel weights. That should help. That should help a little bit with the wide tires and the wheel weights. If not, though, maybe we'll go buy a new large tractor if we have to get a bigger one. Just when we get hooked onto this, I'm going to see if there's anything in the store. I don't think there is. I did see some sort of Massey Ferguson pop through in there, but I don't think even the biggest Massey Ferguson tractor I think is only, I say only, but I think it's 425 horsepower. I think the biggest one is. So like really, is this thing unfolding? It is slowly. Okay. Let's just go check and see if there's anything for sale. Oh, there's one of these tractors. Nice. This is our starting tractor. That's probably roughly what we paid as well. 1975. Yeah. Not too bad. Let's just go look at large tractors and see. What would one cost us? 400 grand? Yeah, about 400 grand. What's this? 435 horse. This one would be 458. But I mean, you get 435 in that for 394. Even 476 for 405. That's a pretty good tractor. What other mods do I got installed? Nothing really in the 400 horse range. We could get these. But these go, I think these move quite slow. This Claus tractor, 445 for 339. That's not too bad of a deal. We'll see. We'll see how everything goes. I can't wait just to use this though because you cannot plant corn in March. What? I thought it was March planted season. Good God, that's right. It's April. shows what we know. Okay, well, at least we don't have to worry about this rain real quick. I should have known that. Okay, well, that gives us a chance to get out of this rain, which is unreal. I want to do some pig food into the barn as well. I think what's happening, well, the problem is with this pig food is that I have a production facility that also can take in potatoes, and we never had that before. The reason the pig food was working really good before was because that old or the OG production facility for slurry didn't take in potatoes. This one does though. So when I set my greenhouse to distributing, usually that just puts it to the next available production facility, which would be nice if it was just the pig food making unit. But since that slurry production facility will take in potatoes, I think sometimes they're getting distributed into that, and that's why the pig food isn't like working as well as it, quote unquote should be working. Um, it's not too bad. Like, you just have to kind of fast forward time. Like, it works fine. I'm just, right when I spawn in after sleeping through a month, the pig food hasn't fully done what I wanted it to. But I mean, it does work fine. I just need to be a little bit more patient with everything. Um, oh man, I totally forgot it was April for corn. In my mind, I just had like March was when it was going down. Let's jump out here into the rain real quick. We still got 25,000 liters of food in here. These pigs are going through quite a bit of food, like crazy amounts of food, as always. Um, yeah, crazy amounts of food, as always. They're producing crazy amounts of slurry and stuff, as is. I already took a bunch of slurry and kind of put it around, and they've already produced another 50,000 liters just through the day here. Now I'm going to go, I've still been buying pig food because we're kind of getting quote unquote free money from the slurry production, which is about 100 grand a month. So I've been putting an extra 100,000 liters of food in, just buying it because again, it's basically free money, and why not? Why not? We gotta get pig food. The pigs got to be fed. So I usually put about an extra 100,000 liters in, and I've found that's pretty good for us. Now this buying station, I always got to add in a little bit of extra with this trailer. This is the new trailer that I got that'll hold 200,000 liters. When I put 100,000 in, the game only charges me 70. So I usually with this trailer have to add another 30 or take another 30 off rather, just to kind of make it fair. So we're getting close to that 100,000 mark. It's good enough there. Yeah, 69. 69. So let's pull off. We'll pull off another 31. There we go. There we go. Spent 100 grand on pig food. That new planter was 250K, but we actually got 60,000, 58,000 for the old planter. Again, that old planter was really good. It just only went 7 miles an hour, which is just brutal, Absolutely brutal. So I got this other one. I don't know exactly. I think it goes 11 miles an hour. Where is it? Planters. I got this one. Yeah, 11 miles an hour, 18 meters wide. So like we'll plant quite a bit pretty quickly with that planter, which is going to be awesome. The only thing is we just need to be in the right month. So I'm gonna get this slurry pulled over and dumped into the production facility. Then we'll get into April. Hopefully, let's go check the weather. I mean, it's supposed to get better through the night. Look at these tornado warnings. Unbelievable. Look at that tornado path down through there. I cannot believe that. We just got smoked by another tornado. Luckily, the pigs were okay. Unbelievable. We're going to have to move. That's it. We're going to have to move from the Hard Times Hog Farm, get out of Waseca County, and go somewhere a little bit safer. Okay. I'm going to get this stuff jumped off. I will come back in the proper month, which will be April, and then we'll go plant some corn. Okay, we are back here. It is the actual correct month that we can plant some corn in. I'm gonna fire up this planter, and I can't wait to use it. Let's set the GPS. Why not? Set the GPS, and oh yeah, we'll plant some corn. This is gonna be so awesome. This will plant corn so fast it won't even be funny. I missed a little bit back there, which I will go get. Look at this. This is going to be a couple laps around 11 miles an hour. I know that's not that fast, but it feels like we are just flying compared to that other planter. I'm super excited. I think I might even roll these fields just because the weather is so much better. You know, just in a good mood all around. Just in a really good mood. We made about 300 and some thousand throughout the night, or throughout the month rather, with just the production facilities. That's mostly manure and slurry. Well, pretty much the slurry, I guess. The slurry just makes. It's crazy how much money you can get from slurry, really. Like even if you aren't following us from the our Hard Times Hog Farm, or sorry, the Tassie Farms gameplay series, if you haven't checked that one out, be sure and go do it. But that's where we're doing dairy cows, and it's gotten to the point where the cow barn is producing 500,000 liters of slurry per month, and we have to have 2 biogas plants down, which is just, again, it's crazy, and it's like it's just so much free money, really. Which is wild. Yeah, just a bunch of free money in a sense. I mean, you still got to feed the cattle and all that stuff, but yeah, 500,000 liters of slurry per month. You can make some good progress around your farms from that. Definitely. So I want to just spin around here and get this little corner that I missed, and then we'll do the up downs. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through. I'm gonna use our new planter here. You know, I really wanna break this bad boy in. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna plant all of these cornfields, no stalk left behind, no row unplanted. It's gonna go relatively quick for just how wide these are, and yeah, now that they move at 11 miles an hour. So let's do it. Let's get all these fields planted. Then maybe we'll set a worker to go do some rolling while we do some chores around the farm. All right, I'm just back here. We got those fields planted. The new planter works pretty good, pretty good. It kind of turns a little crappy. Like it doesn't turn very sharp, which could be just the tractor that's pulling it. Like it might be more meant for like one of those large tractors, like the claws, or not the claws. Well, no, I think the claws one can be a track one, but the case one, or maybe like the 9RX John Deere might pull it a little bit better. Not 100% sure. I also ran out of fertilizer on this field, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna roll. We're gonna set a worker to roll these fields. I've got this fertilizer spreader connected, so I'm gonna run and hit the fertilizing on this field where we missed, where we ran out. I did not think we would run out, but Yeah, whatever, it is what it is. This, we'll go catch the spots real quick here. Should be able to see it. Yeah, I'll be able to see it relatively easily. And I will let a worker go roll these fields, and then we'll dip over to the farm and we'll start doing some chores. It's not going to be too crazy. We're just going to pull some, pig food around, and obviously the slurry and all that stuff. We'll get some of the chores done while these fields are being rolled. Am I going to be able to? Oh, yeah. Should be able to catch it all in one pass. Yeah, I didn't miss anything back there. Okay. Yeah, we'll get this fertilized. Like I said, it's not that big of a deal. We ran out, but that planter worked pretty good. Planted all those fields pretty quick. Missed a little spot there because I was chin wagging, not paying attention. No big deal. Now these spots that are showing through, there's not actually damage. I think the reason they're showing through is because they already are 100% fertilized. Whenever there's like disaster or storm damage like that, it still keeps the ground in that area 100% fertilized. So, I mean, that's good, I guess, but that's probably why it's not changing the tone of the color at all. But yeah, we'll get these fields rolled, get this fertilizer dropped down, and then we gotta go move some slurry around, which really won't take too long. It'd be nice though. I'll kind of just poke my way through the summer, and then we'll be able to get into harvesting the canola and stuff in the fall. So the canola will come second. Yeah, we will harvest the wheat first, and then the canola will be in the following month, and then we'll be back to planting the canola and the wheat as well. So we got a bunch of work to do. I'm kind of thinking about maybe getting another large tractor to kind of help with some of that. I mean, we got an extra $500,000 just kind of kicking around. We've got enough pig food. We're not really struggling for nothing. It could be nice to get another large tractor to help out with some of those chores. I'm gonna kind of look maybe while the guys are rolling, and maybe try and come up with a plan. I kind of want to get a tracked unit, but I don't know. I don't know. I might call the used tractor dealership too and see if they can put the watch out for another large tractor. They might be able to find something used for us. I don't know. It might not come. Depends. Like sometimes when they go looking for tractors for us or just equipment in general, they might find it in a month, but sometimes they take some 5 or 6 months to find it. So by the time we need, if they don't find it in time, we'll be doing all the harvest and the planting and all that stuff and the field cultivation. We'll be doing that all ourselves. Now, the nice thing about that planter that we got, let me just park this slurry tanker around, and then we'll jump into the store. It should be a direct drill, so we won't have to cultivate our cornfields after. We can just fertilize them, and then that's going to be our prep for the cornfields. But we're going to double check that right now. Let's go into the menu, planters. Yeah, it's a direct drill, which is awesome. Super awesome. Well, while we're in here, let's go see, like, if we were to get large tractors, what might turn that thing a little bit better is something like this, or one of these. This is a mod. Like, this is a large tractor, but I don't know how well these things turn and stuff like that. I don't really know. I don't really want to spend 700 grand on that. But they're all pretty expensive. Maybe we could get something like that. I mean, that's 468. We might as well really just be spending the cash. Yeah, I'll kind of think about it, or maybe do some little bit of testing off camera and see if there's anything. There's nothing in the medium tractors that would be better. But just some extra horsepower for pulling cultivators and stuff up that big hill, and stuff like that could be nice. And then we can kind of leave tractors like this and even the Fendt one around here to do chores around the farm. And honestly, I could get a bigger set of rollers. I don't really want to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna jump out here though. Doesn't look like there's any weeds growing, but they will be growing next month. So, okay, I'm gonna get all these fields rolled and such, and then we will, we'll go from there. Okay, folks, welcome to July. We've got most of our summer complete, and that means it's July, so that is wheat harvesting season. I've just got a worker going in the combine right now, just kind of started on this wheat field. And yeah, we're going to do some chores while this gets going a little bit. I'm going to be babysitting it with the tractors as always, just getting ready to pull grain out of that unit. Like I got to try and catch the combine on one of the headlands. Like once it gets to the top of the field there, I'm going to try and get a grain dump out of it before it starts doing the up downs. Blah blah blah. It's always a little bit of a game just to make sure we don't get caught in a weird spot. It's not that big of a deal. I just like to be able to keep the AI workers going and not have to like stop and back the combine up so that we don't destroy any of the crops. Blah blah blah. Long story long. Here's the same song and dance that we do each year. So I'm going to pull this tractor around. I think I'll have time. I'm going to get a load of manure out of the manure heap over here and get it dumped into the production facility. And then we're just going to kind of keep an eye on the combine and yeah, just pull the grain off as we can. And then once we kind of get ahead on that a little bit, I'm going to hook on to our forge wagon and we'll start picking up the straw, chasing behind. It's kind of the same circuit that we did last time. Yeah, I want to catch this guy when he gets to the top. It's already 50% full, or just about 50% full. Yeah, look at the storm damage on this field. Good lord. Good lord. Wow, I mean, when tornadoes are rolling through, I mean, fields are bound to get a little bit slammed. Just as kind of the nature of it. But it's going to be, yeah, we got quite a bit of work to do. Obviously we got to get the wheat harvested and the straw picked up. But then also I want to get into fertilizing and cultivating the field. I wish this seeder that we had was a direct drill seeder. It's the planter that we have is direct drill, so that'll be nice with the cornfields. It'll kind of save a bit of a step, but it is what it is, It is what it is. Okay, so let's get this manure dumped out, and then we're going to take this tractor and trailer up to kind of the north side of the farms there and see if we can get a grain dump out. Is this far enough? There we go. Yeah. The trigger's just a little bit weird. I'm always kind of waiting for this, like, to not work for some reason, because that biogas plant is kind of jammed out on us before. But no worries at all. Let's get this dumped in as well, so that'll take a second. Let's jump in this tractor and see if we can get to the north side of the field. And then what we'll be doing too is I'm going to jump into the into our large tractor, into the Valtra, and get hooked to that forage wagon so we can start chasing around as well. 80% full. Oh no. Well, it'll be fine. Even if he fills up, we should be able to pipe out kind of on that side of the field. Hopefully I can get up there and get spun around in time. Can I go this way? No, the fence is there. Oh no. No. I should have known that. I did know that. I just didn't know that. You know what I mean? Dang. Okay, well, we'll spin around here. That's still going to be a big sunflower field. A big sunflower field. Now, grain tank is full. We tried. We tried, but we failed. Look at this storm damage. Good lord. We got to move somewhere where the weather's not so bad. I think that's where the next gameplay series we'll try and pick somewhere where the weather's a little bit better. Okay, we got to spin around the bottom side here. We got to take the long way around. This is what it is. This is what it is. Should have been paying attention a little bit more. I actually didn't realize that we would have got a full combine that quick, if I'm being completely honest. But spin around here. The cornfields look all right. There's a bit of storm damage on them, but nothing quite like the wheat and the canola field. But we still got a lot of the year left, and well, in October we're going to be harvesting, but hopefully no more big storms come through. Hope not, at least. Okay, let's get up here and let's get some wheat pulled out of this unit. The nice thing with this trailer is we don't have to go back and forth making a whole bunch of trips. We can just have this trailer kind of hang out on the field, and we'll go pull the grain out as we need. I can't remember exactly how many trailer fulls or full combine fulls, but I'm hoping for around the 4 or 5 mark. If we can get 4, yeah, 4 might be stretching it. Okay, let's let that get dumped out of there. That can sit right there for right now. Let's fire this guy up. Let's head over and let's get hooked onto the forge wagon. And we'll go start chasing around and getting some of that straw picked up, which we are completely out of straw as well. Not that that super matters, but yeah, we're completely out of straw. I dumped the last 50,000 liters in last month, kind of before we slept through into July, so I did it in June. And so that lasted about the year. The wheat almost lasted the year. I really, I was looking on the map and I was hoping we would find another farmer out there that was doing wheat, and there are no other wheat fields on this map right now. No one has done wheat. I was hoping that there would be. Jeez. I was hoping I could back this trailer up a little bit better. But yeah, I was hoping another farmer would be doing some wheat, and maybe we could go make a deal and buy some off of them, but no such luck. I was kind of thinking maybe, well, all the stars would have to align for the other types of... We can make pig food out of another recipe, but I believe it is soybeans, barley, and maybe corn. I can't really remember, to be honest, what it was. But so again, if we wanted to go buy all those elements, we could, but someone would have to be doing soybeans, which I know there are soybeans farmers, but someone would have to be doing barley. And the chances of that are probably slim. Let's just go look. Sorghum, sorry. Okay, yeah, so we would have to get all of these elements. Obviously, we make our own potatoes, but let's go to the map. Is anyone doing... I know someone's doing soybeans. That's soybeans. Let's go to... Is anyone doing barley? That's a big barley field. Okay, is anyone doing sorghum? That's sorghum. I mean, maybe we could. This farmer owns this. This farmer owns this. Maybe we could go make a deal. Who knows? It might be just easier to just buy pig food at that point, you know? If I could just go get one of the elements, like if there was wheat out there, a wheat farmer, and we could go get, 20, 30, even 50,000 liters of wheat off them, even if we had to pay a multiplier like 1.5 times market, we got enough cash that we could do it, and it would just, in the long run, it would be better than paying for pig food, even paying the surplus. Maybe we'd pay 1.2, give them 20% above market, but no one's doing wheat. No one is doing wheat. So maybe next year, I'm not too sure. I'll keep watching the fields, but wheat is really what holds us back now because we've made it almost a full year. We'll make it a full year with the corn, but the wheat is holding us back. It is always holding us back. I thought buying this big field would do the trick, but no bueno, no bueno. Also thought the forge wagon had a slightly bigger pickup area. Maybe I'm just being a bit lazy. I wanted to kind of take this turn wide here and catch all of this. See if we can spin around and get straightened away here a little bit. That combine's probably at least half full. Maybe what I'll do is I'll spin around here with the forge wagon, catch this last little bit, and then we'll pull around with the trailer. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, half full. Okay, so what we'll do, let's grab this trailer, and it's kind of narrow on that side over there, but the road opens up, and we'll try and get a grain dump out of it when we get on that section of the road. Right before it kind of goes loop-de-loo around the farm there, where the greenhouses and the production facilities are. Yeah, I think if someone else was doing wheat, that would have been good, but we're probably just, hooped. And I think we'll just keep buying pig food for now. It's not too bad. We make enough money off the production facilities that we don't really have to worry about buying pig food. Like, we're at about 1.7 mil, and I bought a $250,000 planter like a few months ago. It doesn't, so we can afford to buy quite a bit of pig food, which is good. We're still way ahead on canola. You know what we could do? We're way ahead on canola. Maybe what we'll do this year is, instead of planting this field beside us in canola, we'll do it in wheat. And then we'll be way ahead on wheat. And that will kind of get us to a point, I think, where we could then go back to, like, every other year. That's what would be the plan, is to do one canola, one wheat, and then the year after that, two in wheat. The year after that, one canola, one wheat, and then after that, Both wheat. Okay, let's get this grain out of here. Kind of before this hill starts. And then we'll keep chasing with the forage wagon. This actually goes pretty quick. We've got a pretty... These headers are pretty wide. Oh, God. Gotta stay up to speed here. This goes pretty good, though. Now, if anyone is with us, you know, and is kind of checking out the other gameplay series, the Tassie Farms Dairy Empire series has come to an end, and we're going to be starting a new series very soon. Very soon. I'm just kind of getting the final touches on everything. I've kind of got a plan for 2 series. I don't know if I'll do 2 series all at once. I think I might just do 1 rather than having 2 on the go. I think. It's kind of what I've been just playing with. Like, it's all right. It's kind of difficult to have 2 on the go, if I'm being honest. Especially doing longer episodes, like these episodes that I do that are about an hour long, you know, around that 50-minute mark, is what I've usually been trying to kind of keep things at. But if I'm being completely honest, it's quite a bit of work for me to do that every single day, to have an episode out every single day. And I want to keep putting out something every single day. It's just kind of a goal of mine. It's a goal of mine just because I run every day, and I just want to stay if I know how far I've come running. From running every single day, I've been able to really kind of, you know, quote unquote grow as a runner. But I started out being able to barely do like, I remember doing my first 17K run, which would be like about an 11-mile run, and it hurt my knee and stuff after. Like, it was all I could to get these 17 kilometers or like 11 miles done. And then like 4 years later of just being really, really consistent, you know, I guess it would have been 3 years later because I did it last year, but I ended up running 100K in 11 hours and 44 minutes, and I took second place at that one race, which, you know, I'm not like trying to say it to be great or anything, like, whatever. There's a lot of people that run way faster, do way further distance, and yeah, it's just, I mean, more for myself, that was pretty crazy to do that, and it all came from just being really consistent and just doing it every single day. So, again, long story long, I want to keep putting out an episode every single day or some sort of piece of content, because it would be pretty cool if I could. I don't know how far I could take this channel in 3-4 years, but I know that it will never grow if I don't do anything, and it will grow the most if I'm consistent every single day. Because I would love one day, if it's in a dream world, right? If you want to know the Ultra Farmer dream world, join me on this little fantasy, will you? But dream world, I could grow this channel to a point where it could actually help me get a farm in real life. Like, that is the goal. I have this plan set in motion just from, like, I own some property that I'm going to be going to renovate and hopefully sell. I'm going to try and flip this property because I'm a pretty experienced finishing carpenter, blah blah blah, and I want to flip a couple properties, and I kind of have this plan over the next 4 or 5 years that if it all works out, I will be able to get a farm. And just YouTube is kind of something I obviously enjoy playing this game and stuff, but I know there's some YouTubers that were able to become pretty successful from it, and I don't know if I'll ever get there, but it would be pretty sweet if this channel could help, you know, in the future with a farm. That would be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool if I could transform this content in some ways to not only farm sim, but like real life farming content, like me actually in a tractor, hopefully not flipping them, and also hopefully no tornadoes, you know, if we're if we're picking and choosing. Hopefully there'll be no tornadoes. That's the Ultra Farmer dream, in case y'all are wondering. So, ipso facto, long story long, I think I'm just going to do one series kind of at a time, potentially, or I'll get like halfway done a series and then start another one, because I got kind of 2 that I want to do, and I've got some plans with just different crops and animals and different elements of the game. I want to do a series where we do precision farming, and we get really kind of deep into precision farming. And I also want to do a series where we get into the realistic animal side of things, and also kind of dig deep into that, because that really, I think that adds a bit to the game. And I don't want to say we've kind of maxed out with this part, but as far as like this kind of farming and the animals, it would be nice to kind of have a little more, just a little more detail or a little more aspects to it that we got to pay attention to maybe even make it more challenging. Would be kind of fun. That's what I kind of got planned in the future. Like I said, in case y'all were wondering, I know some people wanted to keep Tassie Farms going. There were some comments that came in that some people said they wanted me to do 100 episodes of it. But I said in that series, in case anyone didn't see the series finale, that I'm not going to get rid of any of these game saves, like this Hard Times Hog Farm. I'm not going to get rid of any of the game saves. I won't delete them. And maybe what we can do in the future, like maybe around Christmas time or something like that, we could revisit these farms and do like a kind of a 5-part mini series or something like that, just to, we got to come back and see Buck and see how he's doing. Hopefully he's going to be ruling the pigsty, right? He's going to be, this farm will go to Buck when we leave, and he's going to have to run this place. We should come back and visit him. Okay, let's get into this forage wagon. Spin around here. I kind of want to get some grain. I wonder how full this thing is. Yeah, half full. Is this guy going to back all the way? Bet you they back all the way to the end of the field. This is where the AI workers are a little bit weird sometimes. I get it that the game can only be coded in a certain way, and it's probably hard to make it perfect for everybody, right? But why are we backing up the field? Come on now. Come on now. Alright, let's get spun around here. I might as well put this in place. And what we'll do is we'll go hook onto the fertilizer spreader, because that will be coming right after I got it sitting out here. I filled it up. Pretty sure I filled it up right when I came in. Yeah, I remember going over to the buying station. So I filled this thing up. It should be good to go. Also, no weeds grew on the cornfield. What? Like, what's up with that? Not a single weed. Like, I know we plowed, but we did that before and weeds grew. So, just never know. Never know with this game. All right, let's get as much of this straw picked up as we can, so that as soon as this field's done, I would like to be able to just set the fertilizer on it and go to town cultivating. Get right prepped for the winter. But I think that's going to be a good plan. I think we just do that canola field in wheat, because we got a ton of canola still. Once I get this pass done here, we'll go take a look, and we'll see exactly how much canola we got done. I'll also take the other tractor, and I'll kind of take it up and spin it around. Let's go spin this around so that we can get in a good spot to chase the combine and get some wheat pulled out of it. We'll just spin around and we'll pull out of there what we can. Oh, I see. He didn't back all the way up the field. Maybe I should just shut up and let the AI worker do his thing. What we'll do is we'll get whatever grain we can pulled out of this combine, and then we'll go in and we'll go see how much canola we got left in the production facility, which should be quite a bit. It should be quite a bit, because we had a surplus before, and we've done this field, what, 3 times in a row now? I think it's 3 times in a row, that's crazy. All right, let's get some wheat pulled out of the combine. What do we got in our trailer? 27,000 liters, so basically the thing will hold 14,100, so 28,200 would be 2 full tanks. So, we might get around that 4 to 5 mark, probably 4 if we're lucky. I'm just going to follow this a little bit more. I kind of just watch the meter and I see how fast the liters are coming in, and then usually it'll hit a point where it kind of slows down. There we go, it slowed down there. So that's basically empty. Yeah, 1%. Okay, let's go in and take a look at exactly how much canola we had left in there. Yeah, we still got 111,000 liters of canola. We're definitely going to do that. We'll double up that field in wheat, and we'll be good to go. Good to go. 1 liter of wheat left. We'll double it up, and that'll give us a pretty good amount of wheat. That should put us ahead in our production facility needs. Let's jump back into the forage wagon here, and let's go keep picking up some straw. Man, it's a gnarly hill. That's a sweet combine, though. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, rather than me just sitting here chin wagging and boring your ear off, I'm just going to kind of keep going here. I'll keep pulling this, I'll keep doing our system here, getting the wheat pulled out of the combine, getting the straw picked up off this field. And I'll bring you back when we're kind of getting closer to the harvest being done. And then we can go to town, starting on our field prep, getting everything fertilized, all that jazz. So, yeah, I'll see you back here in just a little bit. All right, I'm just spinning around here. We're on the final kind of pass, and the combine is full once again. So we're gonna get this grain pulled out of here. Let's pull up here. We could probably sneak by with this forage wagon and get some of this straw pulled off. I've just been chasing this combine with this forage wagon, but we're almost done. We're almost done, and we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. We'll probably get close to about roughly 90,000 liters, I think. Yeah, no, we should be more than that, sorry. It'll be closer to 100,000, which is pretty good. Pretty not too bad. It's still not enough, which is crazy, but pretty good even with all the storm damage and stuff that this field kind of went through. Now, it doesn't say that we need to plow. However, I've kind of just been going back and forth in my mind of maybe we should plow this field. I don't really know, like, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cultivate it, I think, and we'll just do our normal stuff of going through, fixing some of the maybe I should just plow it. I could just plow it and be done with it, and then it would fix all the spots, and it would kind of give us a good reset on this field. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do, thinking about it out loud. I don't know. I'll decide in a little bit. How does that sound? I'll make a decision by the time we're done finishing off this harvest, and then we can go from there. So there's so many dead spots. By the time I go through with the plow, yeah, I think I'm just gonna plow it. I think, yeah, we'll plow it. We'll plow it, and what we could do is we could probably even do some lime on it if I feel like it. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Not too sure. I kind of still want to get another large tractor. So we could be doing some lime and stuff on this kind of next month when we're dealing with the canola harvest. So maybe that's what we'll do. It'd be nice if something came through in the store. There's nothing on sale. I didn't get the crew at the used vehicle dealership, or the dealer rather, to look for any used equipment. So we would probably have to buy it brand new, which is like fine, because we can super afford it. Yeah, even a large tractor will be like 400 or 500 grand, so we could always get one. I kind of want to get one of those tracked ones and see if it'll pull that corn planter a little bit better. We might be able to pull it kind of a little bit at a tighter turning radius, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna keep chasing. Oh, one too many. Let's keep chasing this combine, and we're almost done. We got a ton of straw off this. I don't remember exactly how much that storage facility we have will hold. We might have to keep some of the straw right in this forage wagon, which I believe we had to do last time, so that's not really the end of the world. I'm just slowly creeping along here, just tailgating the combine worker. 87,000 liters. We got quite a bit of wheat off this field. It's pretty crazy. I'm also happy with how much corn we got off those other 3 fields. That's kind of a perfect amount. We definitely got enough corn off that for kind of each year. Sorta. We may slowly have run out of corn if we were able to keep doing cycles of pig food, right? But I'm not too sure. What we could always do is, like I said, if we double up those fields on wheat next year, the year after that, a person could always add an extra field in of corn, because we're probably still going to be way ahead. Oh, the combine shut off, didn't it? Yep, it did. Okay, let's go back to this guy, and let's see if we can get this fertilizer spreader going while we're doing kind of the last of these chores. I'll get this straw. I just got to get these pieces of equipment pulled off the field so the AI worker doesn't get jammed up, which they might. We never know. They might get jammed up. Okay, so that's good there. Let's fold, or yeah, we gotta put the pipe in before we can fold it up. Oh, run into the tractor. Yeah, see, this is why I gotta practice more. I can't have a farm in real life if I'm just gonna be running into the equipment like that. Okay, let's get this set here for just now. Let's get the last of this straw pulled off, and we'll kind of do the same thing with the wheat. I'll just kind of pull this guy off to the road, or off to the side right now. Let's take this in. 98,000 liters. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Divided by, I'm just doing it on my calculator here. Basically 7 full trailer fulls, which is good. I thought I'd get around 5 or 6, so yeah, 7 is great. I actually thought it'd be 5. That's awesome though. Just shy of 100,000 liters, not too bad. If we wouldn't have had all that storm damage, probably would have made the 100,000. Probably. Well, let's get this dumped in, and then we can we'll go do the same thing with the straw. As long as I start the animation here. Let's go. Let's grab the straw. Now I'll dump whatever I can into the barn. I don't really know. I haven't checked in a while to see how much is in the barn. I know I put 50,000 liters in there, I think last month, but I don't know how much got worked through. So we'll dump in what we can, and then we'll try and put the rest into our storage facility, which it should be enough room. Should be. We'll know right away here. Let's pull this in. Thanks, Skinny. Okay, dump that. Let's grab this combine. And we'll park this. We got to get some fuel in it. We'll go drop the headers off outside the barn just like last time. Yeah, I think we'll get a stage of fertilizer down on that field, and then I'll just go plow it. And then that way it's like super good to go for next year. We'll probably have a bunch of storm damage. Like, I would just leave the storm damage, but if we get more, you know, that could really mess with our yield. If we get like double what we've already had, it could really mess with the yield, and I don't want that. Let's back this over, and I'm going to get some fuel. Jeez, we dumped quite a bit in there. Okay, 160 left in here. We should be able to put that into our facility over here. Perfect. Dump all that out. Let's pull around to, let's just see how much pig food I got in here. 26,000 liters. Okay, so let's spin around with this. We're going to be making pig food, but I think I'll buy maybe 100 or 100 and some thousand liters just while we're right here and get it dumped in. Not wheat. I know I could buy wheat from these, from like this thing, but I kind of didn't want to just do that. It's fine with like the other consumables, but I can't really like go buy wheat in the store. Not that I know of, at least. Anyways, can you buy just like raw? Like, I know I can buy like food for chickens, but that's not, it is like wheat, but it's not. Right? So since I can't just like buy it in the store, like you can buy pig food in the store, so I don't mind having this little silo thing down here just to help out. But it'd be better if there was like a farmer that we could go get it off. That would be a little bit more realistic, even if he charged us a bit extra. I think I'll probably put like about 120,000 liters in this trailer, and then we'll dump it in. I'll still have to just figure out exactly how much money to take off. I know at about 100,000 liters I got to take off an extra 30 grand to keep it fair, but I don't know around the 120 mark exactly how much it's gonna. Okay, so there's 120, 84, so we need about, what's that, 35,000 we got to take off again. I'll take 36 for good luck. There we go. There we go. Let's spin around and dump this in now. What this plus what's already in there should be enough food for these pigs for a month. And then we'll be back to making our own very quickly, but these pigs eat so much food. So much food, it is actually wild. Okay, so let's park this. Let's park this and get this out of the way, and then we're going to get into the Valtra tractor, and we'll hook onto the plows, and we'll get an AI worker going across that field, getting it plowed, and kind of working on that. I wonder if we'll have to plow the canola field as well. Kind of went too far here. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's get this. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm just going to park away a little bit so I can get out of this thing a little bit easier. Oh. Or not. Or it'll just put me in here. Yeah, we just teleport through walls. It's no big deal. We're pretty fancy like that. Alright, let's kick this trailer off and let's go hook onto our plow. We're going to need all the horsepower that we can get to pull that plow, especially up those big hills. But we can probably go start a worker on this right now. Hopefully they don't run into the fertilizing unit, which it shouldn't, but you never know with these workers. They are a bit wild, I would say. Okay, let's fold this up to get it out of there. And we'll get going plowing. And then next month we got to get in, and we got the whole field of canola to harvest, of course, and then we'll be planting. We'll be planting both those fields in wheat. And since we'll be planting both those fields in wheat, we can kind of just do it whenever we want, really. You know what I mean? Like, we have to wait, obviously, until September to plant it, but we can do it in September or October. It doesn't really matter. Probably just do it in September. We'll get done all of our canola harvests, like at the first thing at the beginning of next episode. Then we'll get into planting the wheat and just going from there. But at that point, we'll be getting into the spring, and we can harvest our corn again and just kind of keep everything rocking. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, boys, work together here. Let's work together a little bit. Thank you. Perfect. Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. No, they shouldn't run into each other. No, no, they should be good to go. Good to go. They're playing Crash Up Derby on the edge of the field. Heck is going on around here? This farm's falling apart. There's tornadoes, there's storm damage, crashing into one another. Pigs are running wild because there's a hole in the fence. It's just getting out of control in here. With all that being said, I think we're probably going to end the episode there. We'll just continue along with, I'm going to do the field prep. We'll get everything plowed and all that stuff. And at the beginning of next episode, that's when we'll do our canola. We'll get into planting wheat, and then in the springtime, we will obviously harvest our corn, and we'll continue to feed the pigs, and just keep plugging along. So, if you haven't done so already, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that sub, hit that like button for me, turn on the notification bell, all that stuff. Hopefully you guys have a good afternoon, morning, evening, whenever it is that you're watching this. I'm looking forward to the next series that we got coming up, so if you haven't seen the series finale for Tassie Farms, make sure and check that out. The supercut for the last 10 episodes will be coming out soon as well, so you can catch up on that if you want to kind of just wait and watch all 10. Or the last 10, it would be episodes 11, no, it would be episodes 21 to 30, sorry. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you. So again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it like always. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you on the next episode.